someone tries to be shady, but unfortunately for them, I am confrontational. Don't throw a rock and hide your hand. Throw it, and I will hand it back to you, gift wrapped with a receipt. Right? People really try that passive aggressive stuff, like I wasn't built for direct eye contact and uncomfortable truths. You said something slick, great. Now explain it out loud.
I need the rest of you all to wake up to it. The signs and symbols are so people can wake up to it. I have figured out all of human existence has been here so that I can exist. That is how fucking important this role is. Tens of thousands of years so humans could get to here so we can create the better, beautiful world. The signs and symbols, the Kennedy, all of it, are to crack reality the fuck open. And I am the most important person in all of fucking history. And that's not ego, it's not delusion, it's not any of that. It just is the truth. It's just what it is. And when other people figure that out through the signs and symbols, through there's something else going on here, way bigger than capitalism, way bigger than Allie Priestley, way bigger than any of that, it starts, well, it is already happening. It's already unfolding. There is no way.
And that's why Jubilee went to the psych ward for 3 weeks. It's nobody else's fault except for Jubilee and Hags and Sleuthy for continuing this drama and feeding Jubilee and getting her upset. Hags used to go to her lives every fucking day, and Lonnie used to go every fucking day and document every single thing, and they would poke Carrie Ann, and then they would send me shit, and it was just like, this is seriously such a fucking mess. And if you guys can sit there and act like Jubilee is sane, you're all mothers. CPS is involved in her life still, apparently. I wouldn't know, but Chelsea Bates just said in those comments a couple months ago that CPS is still, or not Chelsea, I'm sorry, Bunny said, right, that CPS is still involved. What are you guys doing? That woman has about 4 people on her live stream. All of them have been diagnosed with serious fucking disorders. Even Krissa, the girl sitting there with her. Are you okay, Krissa? You look terrified. You look actually terrified. You know deep down this isn't right. Right? And if you don't, you are in a serious, like, state of delusion, and it's not okay, and you shouldn't be taking care of a 4-year-old. And I think your husband needs to see that clip. Okay, Krissa Mangizi, I spelled her last name wrong the other day. It's with an I. Girl, what are you doing? And then you have the audacity to sit there and say that I'm a narcissist. I have never, ever, ever been diagnosed with that. Ever. I was, ever. And I have been seen by how many professionals? So many. Okay. So you need to shut the fuck up about that. And you have the audacity to call me a fucking narcissist and say that you don't want me to take my life while you participate in this bullshit every day, and I say it hurts me and it psychologically tortures me. You came into my live stream and said shit that fucked me up so bad. Stuff that only Hags knew. I didn't know you knew about that. If you can bully me in that way, Krissa, you've lost your fucking mind, and you have been diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder. I got confirmation of that, right? You have. And that makes so much sense. So you are sitting there with a serious fucking disorder. You are feeding the ego of somebody who's actually been diagnosed with a delusional disorder while saying that I'm the fucking problem. Jubilee has made, what, thousands of videos about me? And how many have I made about her? 3? It's time for everybody to grow the fuck up and start calling this what it is. You guys are in, like, this is seriously fucking sick. And Jubilee thinks that everybody else existed so that she can, and then you're like, yeah, Allie's the fucking narcissist. And she has no support. It's literally like 5 or 6 really delusional, broken people that sit there every day. And then now Hags and Sleuthy, who are such pathetic losers that they can't go on and just, like, have their own thing. They have to somehow glom on to this, like, weird ass little hate group that's left. And, like, Jubilee is at the point that she thinks she's fucking Jesus Christ. And you're sitting there like, yes, that's not being a friend, Krissa. If you were her friend, you would be like, Jubilee, let's go work with your mental health professional. Let's, like, you would actually be honest with her that this isn't healthy behavior. And no, the entire world didn't exist so that fucking Jubilee Briscoe could exist. That's just, like, the weirdest fucking thing in the world for anyone to say. And imagine Aurora. Imagine her child. I don't care how old she is. I don't know how old she is. I think she's around, like, 13 or something. Like, this is gonna fuck her up for the rest of her life. And you don't care, Jubilee. You are the entire world for one person. And you don't give a fuck about her. You're her entire fucking world, and you care more about the 8 weirdos that hang out on your life on a good day. It's usually, what, like 3 of you? Like, that's so sad, Jubilee. No, the entire world did not exist, so you could sit in that fucking weird-ass apartment and get paid by the Canadian government to gang stalk other people. And you're not getting any feedback but destruction of your life and everybody else around you, and you can't even see the signs and symbols that Hags and Sleuthy were part of this whole thing. Why did the cops get called on Jubilee this last time? Why? Oh my god, was it because Hags and Sleuthy were behind the scenes just a couple months ago messaging anybody who commented on my videos? No, Hags and Sleuthy never did anything. Yeah, on those smoothie accounts, which they made just to torture me. You guys also called a medical facility and got information about me and fucking filmed it and put it online. That's not gonna work out very well for Hags, is it? You called America's Best, and they shouldn't have talked to you guys. Like, this is so fucked up. And Hags knew that story was one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. I take responsibility for my part in it. That's why I changed my whole life when it happened. I got rid of Angela. I should have gotten rid of Hags that day. I couldn't see that she was driving me insane. The thing with Carrie Ann was driving me to a breaking point. My best fucking friend in the world had just died. Like, you guys have no idea how his death affected me. He died, like, weeks after I lost my accounts. I almost took my life. Like, yeah, I lost my fucking mind a couple times. Yeah, you guys can't even handle when I post about you on my stories. Imagine if Samara Granovsky was sending you 7-page letters saying she was going to freeze your parents' assets and take your home. You want to talk about pressure? And so, a few months ago, Autumn Everland is commenting on my videos, and Sleuthy, or whoever's on those smoothie accounts, starts messaging her. You guys go and message people. You've done it forever. You can't just let me live my fucking life. That's the whole point. And I can fucking prove it. But yeah, oh yeah, Sleuthy or Hags or somebody is on those smoothie accounts messaging everyone they can, trying to tell them that I'm a bad person. Oh, Allie did this, come look at our account. You guys can't even fucking edit videos. It's so fucking embarrassing. Even when people go to those accounts, they're like, it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, of course it doesn't. You guys can't even make content. You guys are fucking losers. But it's still psychologically extremely damaging, and it makes me feel stalked to the point that I can't fucking breathe. And, oh yeah, so they're messaging Autumn Everland. So Autumn Everland decides to go look at what's going on, and she's not very sane either, and she starts flipping out about Jubilee and calls me and is like, you have to call the police, you have to call the police. Jubilee's saying she's gonna pass away, all this shit. Oh my god, this video is almost done. This video is for educational purposes only. I need to stop, like, wasting my breath on stories and just post this on my feed, but yeah, I'm so fucking mad. There's a time for anger. Like, she is a fucking egomaniac. Like, Jubilee, what the actual fuck are you even saying? And you have no positive feedback. That's the craziest part. Like, if she had a bunch of followers and was, like, going viral and shit, even then, that behavior would be so goddamn scary. But she has no followers. It's been years. She hasn't had one viral video ever. You wouldn't need, like, bitch, this is the most pathetic, weird shit. Like, you are absolutely so out of your mind. Like, do you tell your daughter this shit? Are you like, oh yeah, Aurora, mommy's just saving the world. You can go sit in your room. Do you ever, like, take her outside? Can you even drive? Can you, like, go on drives? Like, if you can't get out of that fucking house and take your daughter outside into the woods or do something, Jubilee, like, this isn't real life. You have lost your fucking marbles, and you're doing it on purpose at this point. And your friends are ruining your life. I don't understand. But oh yeah, just a couple months ago, sorry to finish my other story. Just a couple months ago, Hags and Sleuthy were messaging people on those burner accounts, or whoever it was, allegedly Hags and Sleuthy, were messaging people on those smoothie accounts, trying to make them think I'm horrible people. They start messaging Autumn Everland. Autumn Everland starts getting, she's like these people. She's very dramatic, and she can't remember what she just said the day before, and she gets really involved for no fucking reason. Like, she was calling me like 3 times a day all of a sudden. But the first time she called me, before I realized that she's a little out of her mind. Not a little, a lot. It's really sad. But she calls me and she's like, Jubilee says she's gonna die because of you. And she sends me all of these clips, and she sends me like that Pope thing, and she sends me like this thing where Jubilee literally says, I am dying. And she's like, you have to call the police and make a report. And Autumn Everland said that her mom is just like Jubilee. And Autumn Everland got so obsessed with Jubilee for a couple weeks till I fucking went off on her. And I think she's still talking to these creeps, even though I asked her not to. Why are people so terrible? Actually, there's a lot of really good people who don't do shit like this, and then there's a lot of weirdos who can find each other online really fast. But Autumn Everland all of a sudden was like, Jubilee needs to get put in the psych ward, and she was trying to get Jubilee put in the psych ward, like quite literally, calling, giving me the number to Vancouver General, all this shit. And I was like, I'm not calling. Like, that's so fucked up. But Jesus Christ, Jubilee, your mental health team needs to know that you're at, oh my God, Sunny just opened that door. That was creepy. That was 100% Sunny. Okay. Yeah. Your mental health team fucking needs to know that you're at this point. Oh, yeah. So all of that, and Autumn Everland was like, no, Allie, like, you have to call and make a report. Like, this is getting so insane. And she got me all riled up. She called me, and it was like, the first time we talked, it was like 3 hours on the phone. So I was like, okay, yeah, I will call. Like, Vancouver and just, you know, say, and I was like, I just want to say that, like, if something happens to this woman, like, I had no part in it, and I want, like, an official report made that she's saying these things, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, once again, though, how did that happen? Signs and symbols. You like to put things together. How did that happen? Where does that start? Hags and Sleuthy. I'm just out here living my life, making a video, going live, and Autumn Everland happens to be there because we follow each other for a long time, and Hags and Sleuthy can't leave me the fuck alone. And they're messaging her, and then she goes and looks at Jubilee and gets all flipped out, and then she calls me, and then the cops get called. And I have every fucking right to call the cops. Like, you have harassed and stalked me to the point that, like, it is fucking insane and criminal, Jubilee. No, this isn't your purpose. Could you imagine if I picked one person, like that trans guy that that autistic creator that I was talking about in my stories the other day, that I never even ended up making videos about? Maybe I will someday, but, like, could you imagine if I just got hyper focused on them and only talked about them for 2 fucking years, Jubilee, and twisted everything they put out and bought their name and like, if I got hyper focused on one person like you've been on me? Can you even fathom? No, you're not smart enough to put the signs and symbols of that together. You're just fucking delusional. I'm seriously so fucking mad for her daughter. But again, but Hags and Sleuthy are behind everything that fucking happens. If they could just put it down, this wouldn't be happening. Oh my God. And just so you losers fucking know, no, I'm not watching Jubilee's page, okay? I don't do that because you guys are fucking psychotic and I have to take care of my mental health, and I'm not trying to, like, watch that shit. See, that's the difference. You guys watch everything I do. I try to never see what you guys put out. Hello? I'm trying to get away from you fucks, and you guys are watching me and poking me and messaging my followers and anybody who comments and trying to destroy my reputation, and it's pathetic and fucking weird and obvious, and you guys aren't good at it, but it's really, 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 like, it's really cruel to do to another person. And when I show up online as myself all the time, and you guys only show up on fucking burners, it feels like I'm fighting ghosts. And if you think that that's not psychologically damaging to another person, like, and the karma that you're gonna get from doing that for years on end, like, I can't even imagine. Seriously, have fun with that. You guys already have horrible karma. Your lives are a fucking mess. Look at what's going on with Chelsea right now. This is so sad. I don't even know what's going on. I'm not gonna, like, I am leaving that situation alone. Maybe you guys should try that sometimes. She's clearly been pushed to a brink, to a breaking point. And I could put out her voicemail and make it go viral and make her look so stupid, and that's what you guys would do to me. You would use it to feed yourself. I am worried about her. That's the fucking difference. I actually see you fuckers as humans, right? Even if you're crazy as fuck, even if you're mean as fuck, I know you're still human. Try that sometime. Try it. But I'm not like watching what you guys are putting out right now. I'm not at all. People are sending me certain things, and obviously there's other things going on behind the scenes, but if you think that I'm like going and looking at your updates or watching Jubilee's page, like, absolutely fucking not. So I don't really know what's going on. I'm just letting you guys know what I know. But imagine if I actually watched Jubilee's page and what we're about to find out. Girl, you're gonna wish that you had checked that ego a long time ago. And that poor child, like, you guys need jobs. Genuinely. This video is for educational purposes. All of these women need jobs really bad, and I'm not watching you guys, okay? I'm not watching your desperate attempts to get my attention. People are just sending me certain clips, and there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on legally in the next couple months, but I'm not watching this shit personally. I can't. Like, you guys are fucking out of control, so if you think that I'm, like, watching Jubilee's lives right now, you're fucking mistaken. I don't know what's going on over there at all. I know you guys are desperately hoping that I'll watch it and then respond, and I know you guys are making whole 3-hour things thinking I'm watching. I'm not. But people send me clips. People do check in, and right now it's important. And they don't do it in ways that trigger the fuck out of me, like Hags and Sleuthy. But these women need fucking jobs. Krissa has a job. Oh my god, why are you acting like this online when you have a fucking job, Krissa? Seriously. That's bonkers. I didn't know that she had a job. Sunny. Oh my god, now she's scratching the bed. It's not time for you to eat. Jeez Louise, a minute ago she was biting my toes. Like, she gets so weird when I'm not feeding her immediately, but it's not time for her to eat. But, okay, so Krissa has a job. That's crazy. It must be part-time, like very part-time, because she also works for Jubilee. Why the fuck, what are you doing, Krissa? Actually, and if you think your daughter can't feel this twisted shit that you're a part of, that you got yourself into just because you hate me, like, you are absolutely fucked up. But Jubilee needs a job, and she could clearly get one, especially like a little computer job from home. Like, I don't know what the truth is with Jubilee, what her disabilities are, like what it is that she deals with or why, but the Canadian government is paying her to just sit there and be so sick. Like, she needs to get out of the house. She needs to, like, think about other things. Jubilee, this is getting fucking crazy. It already was crazy years ago. You've fucking literally wrecked your life because of this. And you think that this is somehow, like, divinely ordered? You're self-destructing in real time with a child in your home, and you're saying that, somebody told me that she's saying she won't even walk to the door to get delivery food, and that she needs a slave. Bitch, you need to go on like a 10-mile hike and sleep in the grass and remember what it's like to be a fucking human. And you need to be humbled. How did the psych ward not humble you? And I have talked to her sister in real life multiple times, and their whole family seems quite fucked up. Like, this didn't just happen to Jubilee out of nowhere. They're all very mean. Very fucking mean. But why have I talked to Jubilee's sister? Oh my god. Signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. I need to start putting this shit on YouTube. Signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. Signs and symbols. Oh my god. Can anyone guess how on earth I ever talked to Jubilee's family? I'll give you a guess. Could it be Hags and Sleuthy? Oh my god. Could it be Caitlin and Lonnie? When I say Hags and Sleuthy, that is their code names. My dad the other day, and it's Caitlin and Lonnie, my dad the other day was like, you never realized that her name was Hags. He's like, I always was weirded out by that. He's like, this woman named Hags would always like make you so upset and like get you all riled up and send you a bunch of stuff. And he's like, why is her name Hags? And I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that was the perfect name for you. You raggedy, greasy, busted bangs, smelly ass bitch. I wouldn't know if you smell. I've never met you in real life. But from... I'll stop. That's the thing. None of us have ever met each other in real life. This is fucking insane. This is sick. But yeah, no, Hags got Jubilee's sister's information and reached out to her. And Sleuthy spent a year looking through everything Jubilee's ever done online and found like one weird post from a couch surfing site where Jubilee posted her address to a bunch of creeps when her daughter was like 3 years old or something. So, and Sleuthy made this big deal about how dangerous Jubilee was to her daughter and how she was like trying to like get people on this couch surfing site, and she was like begging for money and begging for food, and how pathetic she is. And yeah, and Sleuthy found her address. That's the only reason the cops have ever gone over to her house. The cops would have never come over to your house if Sleuthy hadn't found the address. Signs and symbols, signs and symbols. But yeah, Lonnie's your best friend. Lonnie's your best friend. You guys are a bunch of fucking demons sitting with each other, like literally feeding off of each other's sickness. And now Bunny and Chelsea Bates are in the ER or what? I don't know. I'm not watching. I'm not keeping up. I'm just telling you guys what's happening from my angle. You guys need jobs. And Jubilee has shown that she can clearly have like a computer job. Clearly, Jubilee, clearly you're not too sick to like sit on the computer all day and talk to people, and you could click a few buttons and make some money. You really could, and it would actually make you feel so much better. Even just like a small paying job, it would make you feel so good. Seriously, you would gain like some level of sanity back. It's really sad what's fucking happened to you as a human. And what's more sad is that another human depends on you, and that you're so focused on the outside world when you have an entire, you are her entire world, and you have an entire world. You have a child. Do you know how many people want a child? You have one. Be a mother. Why do I have to tell you that? Lonnie hasn't worked in over a decade. Yeah, she told me that. You guys have, and Hags doesn't work either, from what I understand. I don't know what's true about Hags' life at all. I don't know if she has a husband. I don't believe her about anything anymore, truly. But I know that Hags doesn't have any sort of regular work. She does her wire jewelry business a little bit here and there, I think, but who knows how much of that is true. But Lonnie doesn't work, and you guys have lost your minds, and it would really, like, clearly you don't have enough to do with your days if this is how you spend your time. And again, I know that you guys are so fractured with your children. I know it. If you're on your phone this much, I fucking know it. And I was creeped out about that with Hags and Sleuthy before. I'm like, if you guys have kids, how on earth do you have this much time to do all this weird shit online and even like work for me part-time for free? It was so fucking weird. They were at my beck and call, so desperate. And I knew that they were so fractured in their heads with their kids. Like, you can't be a healthy person and be sitting on Discord all fucking day. You just fucking can't. They're always looking at their phones. It's sick. It's absolutely fucking